Trailer's out for season 3 of The Mandalorian. Jessica, you actually gonna watch this one?
Do I need to watch season 2 to watch season 3?
Well, technically you need to watch season 2.5 too, aka the Book of Boba Fett.
I got a lot of catching up to do.
Welcome back to I2I, the place where we talk about anything and everything Disney. My name is Kyle.
And my name is Jessica, and before we get started today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content.
It's time for another trailer reaction. This time we're going to be reacting to...
The Mandalorian 3?
Season 3. Season 3, Chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
All the threes together in one. It's exciting because we're finally getting some more Baby Yoda, Grogu, the child, whatever you want to call him.
How many seasons are there going to be? Do we know?
Have they announced that? I do not remember. Yes, they have announced that,
okay.
And I cannot remember exactly how many.
It's almost bittersweet when they tell you how many seasons there are going to be, just because you're like, well...
Doesn't make it better, because then you're like, I got like ooze every ounce of the Mandalorian that I can get out.
Maybe, or you're like, well, so-and-so's not going to die, or this bad thing isn't going to happen because I've got 5 more seasons of the show. Does that make sense?
That's certainly one way to look at it. I just choose to enjoy the moment and what we have. The time that we have with the child and Baby Yoda and
I feel
Grogu.
Like you should be on a Hallmark channel.
Our people are scattered, like
Music's
stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for?
All the Mandalorians. So many of them.
Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost.
That's Salacious Crumb's species. A lot of familiar faces. The armor. You remember her? She's from season
Mandalore. So that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
This must be Mandalore.
May the Force be with you!
And also with you.
This is the way.
There's something dangerous happening out there.
Coruscant.
And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act,
That's the guy from
it'll
Kids
be too late.
Commandments.
Oh, that must be a flashback. Oh, that is a
Hang
cool
on,
story.
kid. This is the way.
Okay. Starting to use all his little powers now. Alright, so now I'm hyped for this because we get more Mandalorian action. This is what I'm here for. I am here for this. I am here for Baby Yoda using his little Jedi mind tricks on everything.
I mean, I knew that from season 1, that the more we progressed, the
Right.
more he was going to use his little...
What did you say? What is that again? So, full disclosure here, as Jessica said, she hasn't seen season 2, nor has she seen the Book of Boba Fett, which is basically the Mandalorian 2.5.
I forgot all about that.
Basically, all you need to know is they're back together after they separated for a little bit. Baby Yoda and Din Djarin, the Mandalorian.
I forgot that they separated. Now that you say that, yep, that was a big cliffhanger. Thank you. I think, because here's the thing. I've seen enough in Kyle's phrasing, bits and pieces. I've like come in the room while I was watching the show that I feel like I know a little bit about season 2, and I knew that they were back together. So I just completely spaced on the fact that after season 1 they weren't.
So here's what I do like about this from what we're seeing from this trailer so far. Obviously, we know that we were going to Mandalore, their home planet, to either reclaim it, retake it, whatever, after it's been war torn. But what?
We went to Coruscant.
Well, we haven't been to we've been to Coruscant if you like went to some of the other movies and watched them, but like the story a new story hasn't taken us there other than like flashbacks and stuff for a long time. But the thing for me that I'm now glad, as much as like Book of Boba Fett became 2.5 Mandalorian, that let us get the Grogu Jedi stuff kind of not done with, but established, so that doesn't take up all of this season, which should be solely devoted to the Mandalore stuff, like all about the planet. This is the way type of thing, the different factions that don't like each other, because remember, he doesn't take his helmet off. And so there's all these different people. Bo-Katan, she doesn't know who that is. Bo-Katan's in this, and like there's going to be a battle for who's going to be the leader of Mandalore. many things.
Here's what I can really appreciate, though. Correct. I may not know all of the things. I am not as well versed in Star Wars as most of you are. But I can really appreciate how well this is done. Like, it feels like we are seeing another Star Wars movie.
Yes.
But every week you're getting another episode, which is amazing for all of y'all Star Warians.
Star Warians?
I don't know.
I would call me a Mandalorian.
But it just feels very, like, theatrical.
Yeah.
Really well done.
It's quality of this is really well done.
Yeah. I mean, I can really appreciate that.
Like, that Starfighter pilot fight
scene
that was going on in the trailer was really something. Even though it wasn't in space, it kind of felt like, you know, the pod racing a little bit, you know, like through Beggar's Canyon and all that kind of stuff.
Better CGI.
Well, yes, things get better over time. I mean, obviously, if you go compare the CGI that was back then, even like from the originals to the prequels,
and it was so far ahead of its time. That's what's so crazy. But anyway,
we all thought back then it was amazing, and now we've got Baby Yoda walking around, just acting like, oh, he's real. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We're just having a little Baby Yoda walking around, waving his hand around, going, how'd you say it? Pew pew pew, or what was your?
You ruined it. I can't remember.
I was like, your little phrase for using the Jedi Force trick. So we want to know from you guys now what you think about the new trailer for season 3 of The Mandalorian. Let us know down there in the comments section below. What else should they do?
Like I said before, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content.
That's all we have in this edition of Eye to Eye. Until we assemble again,
may the Force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye, guys.